Hello and welcome. Today I want to share big problems with a big thread fountain in Australia. I just talked like 2 hours ago with a man who is originally from Switzerland and now he lives in Australia, and somebody in Australia has built him a around about 6 meter high thread fountain, and the pump is another 2 meters below in the basement, and there are quite some big problems. Big problem number one is the pump is far too strong and too loud. So this man asked me to help him find a better pump which is not so loud and which is actually not so strong, because this pump he has at the moment, it's like already closed, and because it's so much too big for this water feature. And the second big problem is calcification. Calcification. It means that the threads and the nozzles, they are calcified, and then the water sprays to all directions from the nozzles, then from the thread, and also down here when the water hits these tubes, it splashes around, which means that the area around the thread fountain at the bottom of these 6 meters, it's quite, number one, wet, which is dangerous, and number two, all the calcification, all the lime scale deposits are there at the floor, which makes the whole thing a little bit dangerous and also a little bit ugly. So that's the second problem. And the third problem which we have with this thread fountain is that the nozzles are in the ceiling, and the water distribution in the ceiling to each separate nozzles is closed. So the ceiling is closed. So if you want to access these hoses up there, you would need to cut a hole into the ceiling in order to get there. So this is something, you really need to consider when you plan your water feature. It needs to be accessible for later revisions, maintenance, or repairs. So these are the three big problems this Mister has in Australia. So if you are in Australia and you would like to start the indoor waterfall business, this might be an opportunity for you, because I can help this man with know-how, with support, with planning. I can tell him how to change the system, what kind of pump he should use. I can supply him with new threads, maybe with new nozzles, but he needs somebody there who would then do it. So if you would be interested to help this customer in Australia, actually you should be in Australia. Or maybe you're going to go on holiday in Australia, then you can combine the thing, which by the way is a pretty nice tax advantage, because if you travel to Australia in order to work there, then the costs of your travel will reduce the amount of taxable income, isn't it? So anyway, if you want to help this man in Australia repair his indoor waterfall thread fountain, please contact me. Maybe I can bring you together. Anyway, before you start such a thread fountain project, please contact me. I give you help 30 minutes for free, and after that you can hire me on an hourly base. Number one, to plan your indoor waterfall or your thread fountain. Number two, to supply you with parts so that you can build your indoor waterfall by yourself. You do it yourself. Or number three, I can help you find somebody who is in your place in your region, not so far away, who then would install this in the waterfall. This can be, like I just did, somebody, or it can be one of my very appreciated business partners, which are like hopefully soon a lot all over the world. And these business partners, they have access to all my know-how, to all my parts, and they probably will be very happy to help you too. So please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing your comments. And thank you if you are somewhere in Australia and you're going to help this man there to repair his thread fountain. Bye bye.